Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and good morning. I will go directly to the project because there have been said the importance of the location of Afghanistan. I think I don't need to repeat it. It is said the public-private partnership, what this is. It is said the economical growth for the country. So all this and more than that. I would like to present it with this real project. So, I think we have the solution for several problems which were mentioned in all the speeches of the speakers before me. Is this the one? Yeah, very good. So, I will be talking about the business opportunities and growth in the heart of Asia, and you know the heart of Asia is Afghanistan and especially Kabul. And in Kabul, okay, what I would like to go very fast through it, since this is the continuation of the information which I presented in the last summit, I will be not going very deep into the history of the project, so I will come to the developments where we are now. And I will be inviting the private sector, the developers, and the contractors to participate in this great project. The regional importance, I think, I will not say much because it was said, but I think what we have to mention that Kabul and Afghanistan, especially Kabul, will be the hub of Southeast Asia and Far East and Middle East. Around Afghanistan, there are the world's largest growing economies, and I think this is important to be aware of that this country, and especially the capital of the country, has a great potential to be the hub of the economical development. So, the need for Kabul new city. Why a new city? I think I will also not go very deep since you are aware of that, but I will just mention that there were a few reasons. The one, it was mentioned by His Excellency Minister Pashtun in regard to the economical development. Economical development by providing the private sector with the opportunity really to make investments. So in the last 10 years, I'm coming from the private sector, and also I was leading one of the biggest companies of the world in Afghanistan, so Siemens. We had not many opportunities to open and to pave the way for the private investment in Afghanistan. So with this project, we will be hoping to give and to pave the way, to give the opportunity and to pave the way for the private sector to make investment. So this is the one thing. Creating jobs, I think it is a second thing, a big problem. We have to create jobs. how are we going to create jobs? The answer is this project. Kabul is designed for around 1 million people. At the moment, 3.5 or 4 million people are living there. So the population and having sufficient housing, this is a problem. This project has to solve it. The issue of the infrastructure, I think if you are aware, the utilized water for Kabul, this is just enough for 1 million people. And there are 3.5, 4 million people which are making use of that. We will be facing crisis if we will not do something. The transportation, sewerage and canalization, we don't have it. So roads, energy, I think all these areas, we are hoping that by this new city, there would be a solution also for that. We started early enough to be prepared today, ready for the implementation of such city. In 2006, a board was established. I think I will not go deep in the history of that. And this board is still existing. I'm happy to have 2 of the board members in our conference today, His Excellency Minister Pashtun and Mr. Haqjo as the CEO of the Chamber of Afghanistan, Chamber of Commerce. And there are other excellencies, Minister of Finance, Minister of Economy, Minister of Interior, Minister of Agriculture, Minister of Urban Development, Kabul Mayor, and I think several others are the members of this board. There is a powerful board who is leading this project. A preliminary master plan of this project was prepared by around 6 European companies, and based on this preliminary master plan, which took around 2 years, sometimes the people are very impatient and they are saying, so when you are going to start the new city? So this new city is a little bit different from the cities what we are building now around Kabul without any planning. And this city has to be based on today's standards in technology. And this we are trying, and the master plan for that preliminary master plan was prepared. And after that, with the support of the government of Japan, we prepared the master plan for the entire Kabul, for Greater Kabul. And this master plan, what you see here, this is the master plan of Greater Kabul. And this area is the Kabul new city, and this is the existing Kabul city. It was important to develop a master plan for Kabul, for Greater Kabul, because without a master plan, we would be having the situation like we have it at the moment. So we are happy that we made the step at that time. The existing Kabul city master plan, we forwarded to the Kabul municipality. They are working on that to finalize it. They will be introducing it hopefully in the next weeks and months. And the Kabul new city master plan was endorsed by the cabinet 2 years ago, and this is under implementation. You see here in this picture also, I think this is working now. In this picture you see again the existing Kabul city, so in the south, the new Kabul city, in the north with Barika, in the Kabul province in total, in order just to have the feeling of how big the Kabul new city is. The Kabul new city is much bigger than the existing Kabul city. What is the vision? The vision is, as I mentioned, to really give the private sector the opportunity opportunity to make investment, to bring the economical growth. How this could be done? This could be done with the support of public. Public has to facilitate this. In the facilitation of the public is, like we did it since 2006, we prepared for the private sector a master plan. We will be giving access to the private sector for clean land. We will be providing private sector with very expensive, what the private sector will be not able to do it by themselves, the infrastructure. And the infrastructure of the carbon new city for 1.5 million people is around 11 billion US dollars. And that would be the investments which has to be done by the public side. So the infrastructure plus the public facilities. And in the same time, the expectation is that the private sector will be making for 1.5 million people, or around, for 1.5 million people, the housing or the city for 1.5 million people, so around 25 to 30 billion US dollar investment. If we will consider the master plan for 3 million people, there would be an investment of around 70 billion US dollar. So private and public. So public would be around 19 billion and the private will be around 50 billion. Yeah, our goal is to generate employment. This is clear, it was mentioned before. We would like, and this is possible, we would like to develop Kabul as the hub for national and regional economical development. We would be providing permanent shelters, not just to those who has money. So poverty reduction will not work if we will separate the poor. If we will send them away, this project will be integrating also the poor. And we are hoping that the children of these poor will be getting engineers and doctors, and this is then the poverty reduction. So this project will contribute to that. It is clear infrastructure will be developed, skills will be developed. We are hoping also by this project to transfer tremendous amount of knowledge and technology from other countries to Afghanistan. Where this new city is located, I think you see again in this picture which I showed here. So in the south you see the Kabul airport. Is there somewhere a pointer here integrated in that or not? No, it's not. Okay. In the south, this is the existing Kabul city, and then in the upper part, I think most of you were in Afghanistan, you know where the Kabul airport is and where the Bagram airport is. The Kabul new city is located between Kabul airport and Bagram air base. So this is around 740 square kilometers. 370,000 jeeps. And this picture is showing the area. The beauty of this project is that you are really starting to build the city in a plain area where nothing is existing, where you don't need to move anything away. And an area which is from nature point of view, the beautiful one. I think Dubai will give everything for that to get one mountain of us, but it's not possible to move it here. You see also the Safi mountains there with the snow, and that would be also one of the areas they would be skiing and all that. The master plan of Kabul new city, as I mentioned before, this is the master plan, and it would be developed in a few steps. So in short term, for 400,000 people, around 80,000 housing units, I will show you this done. For the midterm, for 1.5 million people, for 250,000 housing units, and long term for 3 million people, 500 housing units over 30 years. So we are hoping that by having this project that we will generate around 500,000 permanent new jobs by 2025 in industry and also in other sectors. So the development process, as I say, we will be developing the master plan. We will be developing the master plan in 3 phases for 1.5 million people. Every phase has 5 years. I would like just to give you an overview of the first 5 years, what we will be doing in the first 5 years. In the first 5 years, we will have 5 programs. The program number 1 would be, we would like to build 80,000 housing for around 400,000 people. This is the area which is shown with this circle. The second circle is showing now, it is coming, that this area is the agriculture economic zone. So the carbon new city would be not just the city, it would have also around 100 square kilometer in the north of Kabul city. This area is called Barikal. 1/3 of that we are going to be developed in the next 5 years. The master plan for that is finished, and that would be also announced soon. Program number 2. The program number 3 is very important. It is the development of infrastructure and public facilities. Everything is moving very smooth. Water, I'm happy to have ADB here. Power that they are supporting in the water. JICA, the government of Japan is giving us support in the roads. The government of Japan is supporting the project. In the canalization and sewerage, we will be doing it by ourselves. We already awarded the contract for the design of that. So that means everything is moving smooth. And it is working. And it is possible. We should be not worried if we will hear, so 11 billion we have to invest. This is working step by step, and we can manage it. The program number 4 is there are 54 villages that we will be developing. Then we would not take them away. So we are hoping that we would have, by the end of that, if they are developed, 54 Pagmans. I think Pagmans, people who are in Kabul, they know this is a beautiful green area with gardens and everything in Kabul. So we will be hoping that in this new city, we will convert these 54 villages also to 54 agriculture and entertainment areas. Number 5 is planning the design phase 2 and 3. We already started the phase 2 planning, and this is the phase 2. You see in the south the phase 1, and then you see the phase 2 in around 4,303 hectares. So this is shown also in this picture. I'm sorry, I do not have the pointer, but the 2 circles in the south, what you see, this is the phase 1, and above that, this is the phase 2. And also the greenery master plan is on the work. And if you see for the phase 2, the development is done much deeper. So not just the structure plan is prepared, but also the developmental plan is prepared as you see it here. These are the several parcels of phase 2. Now, I would like to come back. These were the 5 programs. I would like to just inform you where we are. We announced by the end of May parcel 1 and all the parcels 2 to the private sector. At the moment, the tendering is going on. I think if there are investors among you, you have the chance to participate in this tendering. Parcel 1, this is the parcel 1 with 6,400 housing units. It is in tendering, and we are hoping that by August of this year, we will sign the contract with the successful bidder, and the successful bidder will be preparing then after that the design drawings and all that for 6 months. And after that, in March of 2013, he will be then really going and starting the work on the site. The development of parcel 2s, the difference between parcel 1 and parcel 2 are, parcel 1 is the land is belonging to the government. We are selling the land with infrastructure to the private sector, and private sector is buying that and making development on that land. And then they are, let's say, selling the apartments and housing to the people. In the parcel 2, the land is belonging to the landowner, and the landowner himself, he is interested to make development. And we are allowing him to make the development based on our master plan, and there will be also a contract. In this parcel 2, which is shown here, this is now of that kind. That means the land is belonging to other people, and they are making the development. And we will be having a contract with them, and they will be doing this based on master plan. So you see here, there is a parcel 1. So we are really very happy. Because of that the phase 1, this is the white area for 80,000 housing, that this phase is nearly now occupied by the developers, so that the developers are there. So this developer will have there 25,800 housing for 140,000 population. The next developer, which is in the south, that would have 8,500 housing for 50,000 population. The next one would be having around 4,000 housing for 24,000 population. In the next one here, it is 3,600 housing and 22,000 population. And there is another one, 2,300 housing in with 13,800 population. I don't know. So these are, let's say, you see the area is nearly occupied by the developers. We will be hoping that the developers will come. These developers are Afghan developers, and parcel 1 would be Afghan or international one, because this is under international bidding. You see here an example of the development of the parcel 2, which I showed you before. So this developer really worked in advance before having a contract with us. So these are a few pictures which I would like to show you to you, so that you will be sure that the city will be started. This is the development plan which has been prepared by them. These are the roads which will be started. So part of the development plan, part of the development plan, part of the development plan, and this is not Dubai. This is Kabul. And you will be witnessing these housing in Kabul. Believe me, this will come. These also, and this is also Kabul. You cannot imagine it. This would be possible. This is also Kabul. This is also Kabul. This is also Kabul. And this would be also Kabul. The development plans are prepared. You see that even really details are prepared. For this parcel, the work will be started soon. The contract will be signed with this developer. They already started the marking of the area. So there are many business opportunities. In residential, commercial, industrial, in public buildings development, in agriculture, in infrastructure, power generation, transmission, distribution, water supply, discharge, treatment, and investment in services in manufacturing sectors. So I'm not talking just about the developers who will be making investment there, but there are in a city for everybody an opportunity to make business. And so this is showing the schedule. I don't want to go through detail of that, but we started with the tendering. We will be awarding the contract. They will be making a detailed design, and then they will be making the construction. And we hope to see such happy families living in this city. I don't want to go through the market study, so it is an excellent market available. I would like just to say at the end one word that several, so I'm done. Yeah. That a lot of people are really not believing that the government will provide these facilities for them and to help them. You shall believe it. This is the reality. On this program, since 2006, the government worked, and this entity will be getting also a corporation. That means you should be not worry about your investment in Afghanistan if political changes will be there, because this entity will go out of the stomach of the government. There would be an entity, and that would be a one-stop shop that they will deal with you. So I would like to finish my presentation by that. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much.